Hi, my name is Cottrill, and here's my final performance. This is my audience. Alrighty, so we just had Thanksgiving break, and I'm sure you guys, hung out with some relatives and told some stories and things like that. So I also did the same thing over break. I met up with my grandfather, and he told me this great story about him growing up, and it was also kind of a story about Christmas too. So I thought it was appropriate for the month. So my grandfather, when he was young, he lived in the Olympia Yacht Club for about 7 years, I think it was. And it sounded like it was a really kind of adventurous time that he had living down there. He lived in this really small houseboat. There was a little bathroom and one sink and a little stove, and that was basically all they used. And my grandfather's mom would cook and do everything in that one little tiny boathouse. They would go to the main shore, the main boathouse, or the main kind of facility of the yacht club. And they would take their showers there, things like that. And every time they would leave the boat, my grandfather, he would put little pieces of bread along the dock on his way back. So when he would return, he would see a little rat or something eating a little piece of bread, because they had a lot of rats down there on the docks and things. So he would pull out his gun, because he had a little gun on him. My grandfather loves guns. And so he would pull out his gun, and he had 22 birdshot in there. So it was a bunch of little tiny BBs, about like 50 little BBs in there. So he would pull his gun out and bam, he would shoot it. And the first time he did it, he thought, the thing would just explode or fall off the dock or something. But no, it just, for a couple seconds, it kept eating his bread. And then all of a sudden it just started oozing blood out of its 50 little holes, and it just kind of peeled over, and that was that. So that was kind of funny. And so he was also telling me that he knew this one older guy who lived down there, and he was definitely an alcoholic. He would always have his bottle of vodka on him. My grandfather told me that one time he cut his finger, and he was like, hey, come here, and he just poured some vodka on it. And so my grandfather had this buddy who was his age, who really wanted a blue heron, and really wanted this blue heron, and he saw him flying around all the time. They're these really big, bluish gray birds that fly around with big long beaks. And so one day my grandfather thought, it was getting close to Christmas, a couple weeks before Christmas, he thought, I'm going to get my friend this bird. I'm going to get him a blue heron. So he goes to his older alcoholic buddy, and he gets a silencer for his gun. So he gets this silencer, and he goes down to the beach, and he told me he saw a blue heron fly by, and he just took a shot and dropped that blue heron straight out of the sky. And once he had that blue heron, he took it and he got some wire, staked its wings up, and had him kind of perched looking, wrapped it in a box, and then gave it to his buddy. And this was a week before Christmas, so his buddy put it under the tree and was all excited to open up his gift. And then right around Christmas time, it started smelling real bad, and so they opened up the box and they found the blue heron all staked up, and they were really kind of freaked out. And so yeah, I thought it was just kind of a crazy story. So that was my grandfather's Christmas story this last season here. And yeah, my grandfather loves guns, and it was a pretty entertaining little story.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah.